All right, this week I'm working by myself because it's extremely dry in our area, and well, there was no need for my employee to work with me, so I gave him the week off, and figured I'd take you guys with me on my day. So I always donate plasma on Mondays, getting a little bit later start. I decided to sleep in just because, well, it's not as full of a week, so let's go donate plasma. And no, I'm not a saint. Truth is, if they didn't pay me, I don't know if I'd still do it. But it is nice that I get to save a life. But give me my $45. I have to answer like 25 questions every single time. Super annoying. Just got my questions done and now waiting to be checked out, make sure all my vitals and stuff are good. All right, just got back from giving plasma, and it's 10 o'clock right now. I've already had like several customers let me know that their lawn doesn't need to be done. So we're pretty much just gonna be doing a lot of driving today and seeing, and it stinks a little bit just because if I don't cut a lawn, I don't make money, but it's all good. We did more than we did last year already. So last year in August, we had a drought pretty much after I worked the first 2 weeks in August, and then I didn't work the rest of August. And the first 2 weeks of September, no rain, nothing, didn't work. And then it rained 2 weeks straight in September. So I think like last year I billed out $480 total for the month of September. So Lord's already been good. We've already done more than we did last year in September. So still stinks a little bit, but I'm just choosing to look at it and say, well, you know, hey, I'm getting a little time off, I guess. So let's go drive around and look at some lawns. I'm gonna have to get gas here soon. So my work truck's in the shop, so I'm now in my personal truck. So that's also fun, but it's all good. It's working out. So see you at the next one. All right, I've already looked at like 10 lawns and none of them have grown. Edge is still perfect. You can still see the stripes from when we did the lawn 2 weeks ago. So yeah, probably not gonna be working much this week. So I'm right here by Publix, and I've been craving a pub sub for a while. So I'm just gonna go in there and grab a sub from Publix. I normally don't stop to eat. Like normally we literally will, you know, just continue to work and, you know, eat while driving, but it's a slower week. I'm gonna grab a little something. So yeah. Got the sub, went with the Italian, and I have changed my sub order. So my sister, she nannies for a living, and the little girl she nannies, she always gets like the same sub. And one day they were out by the pool or whatever, I had off. We were all hanging out, and the little girl had like a half a sub, and she ate essentially a quarter of a sub. Couldn't eat the rest, and like she always wants to like share food, so she was like, you know, Evers, try this. So I ate the other half that she had not eaten. Not a germaphobe, just kind of germacautious. And that little kid like knows how to make a sub. So she did it on turkey. I did the Italian, but I essentially did all the same thing. So it's lettuce, mayonnaise, black olives, banana peppers, dill pickles, and then I added a little bit of mustard. But so yeah, I'm gonna eat this real quick, and then I'm gonna go keep looking at lawns, and we'll see where we're at. So currently 11, probably will check back in about an hour, or unless I'm cutting a lawn. But I know these next lawns really well, so I know it's going to be a few minutes before we cut it. It's probably gonna be an hour. So we've already knocked off, I think it's like 9. No, we've knocked off 10 on the list already. So it is what it is. But you know what? Grateful that we've already done more than we did last year. So we'll see in a minute. I gotta eat lunch. All right, stopped to get gas and still have not actually cut a lawn today. So I live right near 2 cities, and so we have almost knocked out an entire city, which is about 31 customers on this week's schedule. I mean, have more customers now. So I'm about to head to the more east side of town and look at those lawns, and we'll see. I know for sure I'll end up doing 2, and then I have a weekly customer that drops leaves pretty regularly. But I can't do them until Wednesday. So I have a feeling I'm going to end up cutting 2 lawns and then essentially have 31 off the list. But it is what it is. So grabbing gas right now, and then we'll just continue heading on. So I forget how much gas my truck takes when I'm having to pull a trailer with all the equipment and stuff. And it's a little depressing. And to think I used to use my truck until I got my work truck for like 4 years. So anyways, yeah. Well, we finally got to do a lawn, which is really nice. So 1 lawn down. I have 1 more lawn that I'm sure I'll have to pick up leaves on, and then that literally might be it for this city, aside from the weekly lawn that I'll do on Wednesday. So yeah, stinks, but hey, it is what it is. We make sure our customers are taken care of, and it is what it is. Just needed to get a little bit colder so the leaves will start falling. But yeah, got to run to the gas station, so I need to get something to drink. I forgot to grab water today. I knew coming into this week, and honestly, there's no rain in the forecast until next Wednesday, and it's only a 24% chance. But I knew coming into this week I was barely gonna work, so I wasn't thinking about water. I wasn't prioritizing that the way I normally do. So, anyways, but yeah, 1:15 and we've done one lawn. Is what it is, though. Just got in, used the restroom and all that good stuff. Hold on. There we go. I use my phone to record, so I'm trying to get it set up in my truck. Anyways, all right. So I normally don't drink Gatorade. I love Gatorade, always will, always have. But I stopped drinking it a lot just because there's so much sugar in it and a lot of calories. And when trying to lose weight, I was like, I don't want to drink my calories. So this year with work, I've been doing Liquid IV, just because it's only like 50 calories, but it's actually a little bit healthier. From the little bit of research I've done, it seems a little bit healthier than Gatorade. I will say when I drink Liquid IV, I feel rehydrated quicker than I did with Gatorade. So I opened this, took a sip, and I thought I recorded that whole thing, but I actually had not started recording. So anyways, I'm redoing it. But yeah, I saw this. It's a Gatorade mashup, and it's not, even when I would drink Gatorade, I'd do zero sugar, so it'd be like 20 calories. So this is not that. So this is 190 calories, which makes me a little sad that I'm gonna drink this. But I tried it. It's Cool Blue and Fruit Punch, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. And every time I take a sip, it's kind of growing on me. Yeah, like it's pretty solid. I feel like this is something that like a kid came up with. Like one of the manager's kid was like mixing them, and they're like, "Oh, thanks, Johnny. Well, that's another way we can sell things." But not bad. So, anyways, we're pretty much done in this one city. I've looked at every single lawn, and it's just too dry. It's so dry, man, and it stinks. But like I said, I'm grateful we've already done more than we did last September. And this year has been still the wettest year yet, because up until really like the second week in August or third week in August, second week in August, wettest year. Yeah, I mean, we would get caught up and then it would rain for a week. So it stinks, but it's been a good year, but kind of an annoying year. But you know, hey, I'd rather work for myself and deal with an annoying year than work for someone else. And because I work for myself, it helps me a lot with youth ministry, and that's why I'm in this business. It's for ministry, so I'm grateful for that. But even though I'm not making a ton of money this week, I'm kind of just looking at it as God being like, hey, here's a little natural time off. So would rather the money, but I'll take what I can. Like I said, it's been an annoying year. Not a bad, but just annoying. But yeah, we're here. So anyways, I'm about to go and keep looking at lawns. We'll see if we can do any more work. All right, just got home. Definitely an interesting day of work. Barely worked today, but anyways, we're home. So there you guys go. Maybe the next time I take y'all to work with me, I'll actually work a little bit more. But hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe. Remember, if you're a Christ follower, make sure you're doing one of three things at all times. And you should either be evangelizing, discipling someone, or equipping someone to go out and evangelize. So we should always be, going into all the world and preaching the gospel, right? We need to sometimes get back to that. I think we sometimes forget to do that as Christ followers. And then if you're not a Christ follower, remember this. God sent his son to die on the cross for you. Whether you choose him or not, the debt has already been paid. He just wants a relationship with you. But anyways, subscribe. We'll see you in the next vlog. And when you subscribe, I'll do a sit-up. And remember, the best time of the day is Monster O'Clock. 1 can a day will keep the naps away.